Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. So I know we're in a little bit of a different setup. I'm in the process of trying to figure out in my home where's the best place for me to film because I got new lights. So if it looks a little different, that's why. Just bear with me because, you know, I'll get it figured out and we'll get it worked out. But so today I figured we'd sit down and I've done my brows on camera, but I haven't done like an in-depth brow tutorial and how I do my brows. And then of course, since I started using the Anastasia Dipbrow, haven't done a new one since then. So I thought we'd sit down and I'll just go through how I do my brows just on an everyday basis, not when I'm getting like a full glam, but just when I just want to go out, throw on some concealer, throw on my brows and just get out the door. I'm going to show you what I do when I do that. So if you could, make sure you like this video, comment down below and let me know some of the brow products that you like. And don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you click the little bell next to the subscribe button so you get notified when I upload. And yeah, let's just get into this tutorial. Okay, so I brought myself closer so you can see what I'm doing. So first I just take any spoolie, but because the Colourpop pencil that I use has a spoolie on the end, I just use that. And I just spoolie my brows up. And at the moment my brows are in no shape to like, they're not in, you know, I still need to tweeze and stuff, but we're going to take care of that. So then I take, so like I said, I'm using my Colourpop Brow Boss pencil in the color Soft Black. So this is what I'm using. And I just outline with this. And I notice it makes it a whole lot easier to fill them in when I outline, because I fill them in with a pomade, so it makes it a lot easier to pretty much outline where I'm going to be filling them in instead of just going straight in with the pomade. It always, and I don't, so I outline the whole bottom from the beginning to the end, but I do not outline the whole top, because if you can see, my hairs here go up, so I just pretty much outline from here the rest of the way, because I'm going to use my pomade, you know, to go with my natural brow. And I do the same thing on the other side. So yeah, that's what it'll look like now. So after I'm done with that, I take my Anastasia Dipbrow pomade and it looks like this. And I take, like I said, I take the Anastasia brush that I got with it, but any angled brush, you can see that, any angled brush like this will work. And I'll just dip it in a little bit at a time, and I just fill in inside of where I shaped my brows with my pencil. And I just go along with the natural flow of my brows, like whichever way my brows are going. So like I said, the ones in the front, I will do the end first, and then when I have less product on my brush, I'll go to the front and flip them up. And that makes it look a little more natural, but not really. So you can see the difference between the two. So then I go in and do the same thing on the other side. And I still have not gone out to get a darker shade of this pomade because this is a little too warm tone for my brows because my brows are nice and black. So I think they have 2 shades darker than this one actually. And once I'm done with that, I'll go in with the spoolie that I have on hand and just blend it. And that's it for that part. So next, after I'm done with that, I'll take a concealer, and I'll take, if I'm not putting on foundation, I will take a concealer that's the closest to my skin tone. So I'm using the Milani Conceal and Perfect. This is in warm beige, but I still could go a shade darker than this. And what I do so I don't get too much, I just take some of it and put it on the back of my hand. I'll put it on the back of my hand. And I'll take an angled brush. That looks like this. And I'll dip into it a little bit at a time. Just go right underneath my brows. This is just going to clean them up and make them look a little bit sharper. And if I'm not wearing foundation, I don't do the top, I just do the bottom. And then I will go in with just a little fluffy brush like this and just blend it out. Like that. And last but not least, but the most important step in order, if you want your brows to stay in place and not melt off throughout the day, I definitely recommend you use a brow gel. So I use the Colourpop Brow Boss Gel. That's what that looks like. And this is what I use. And it gives me, on top of that, it gives you a little extra coverage. So I just go through and go along with my natural brows. And then too, I find if on days when I do wear foundation, I do this step. This is my very last step, because once you put on foundation and then you put on your powders and all your other powder products, your brows seem to get a little ashy. So this kind of brings them back to life. So yeah, that was the last step. This is what they look like. So, and that's it. That's all I do for my brows. Like I said, just on a day-to-day basis. I do a little bit more if I'm going to put on foundation and just do the full glam. But when I just want to run out the door, put on some concealer and do my brows, that's all I do. So yeah, that's it. I hope you like this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up and make sure you subscribe. I hope you all have a great rest of the week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.